Yo, Planet Hank in the morning. No, look who I'm here with. Motherfucking ELVIN BRITO.
Planet
Bro, the
Hank.
people's champ. You are the people's motherfucking champ.
Oh, yeah. If you know what's up. The real champ. You know what's going on.
How you doing, son?
Feeling good, man. I'm just fucking glad to just be feeling good. Like I said, this is the first time, I told you before we got on there, like, this is the first time I do an interview where I'm not fucking dying and feeling like shit. So
right.
I'm just glad to be just healthy and you know, getting at it. Everything's kind of, you know, I'm good. I've been training, so.
Bro, look at you. Your phone is crystal clear.
Yeah.
Pristine. 4K. You are in better clarity than motherfucking Planet Hank, dude.
Upgraded.
So this whole time, motherfucker, that shit was fucking your goddamn iPhone 6, bro.
Yeah, it was my shitty iPhone. I had like
fucking crazy. But I'm so glad because now
we can
actually do it. Like you are a major fighter and champ and fucking interview. We all want to see your interviews all the time, but it was the biggest problem. Like I've been having you on my show for 2 years, and every time it's like, well, Elvin's internet's gonna be fucked up, so we're just happy to have him on here at all. You know what I mean? Fucking.
Well, I'm glad that we could fucking talk and it's not choppy, and we could just, you know, you could just chop the bit and talk some bullshit.
Oh fuck yeah, bro!
Yeah.
Fucking Planet Hank live, dude. I'm tagging people up. Trying to get people. I'm sending the link over to your manager, motherfucking angry old Scott Farley. Tell us some shit about Scott Farley. Tell us, come on.
Oh, Scott's my boy, man. But I don't know. He be on it, you know. Once he gets in like kill mode, you can't get him off. It's like a pit bull.
Yeah,
like, you gotta pry the jaws off him. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta end up with a fucking pole and like try to.
Fucking goddamn Scott Farley. The anger levels. I tell him that he's angry because his ass fucking his ass has that angry old boomer fucking way about him. He'll be standing in a crowd and you just see his ass.
Yeah, you know, when you if you don't know Scott and you look at him, you'll get a whole, you know, you just assume all these things about him and shit.
Right.
You know,
definitely
within seconds of talking to him, as soon as you start talking to him, you're like, oh, all right, this dude's fucking cool.
Yeah, he's cool as hell. There ain't nothing to be worried about.
Yep.
So you're feeling better. You went, here, why don't let's just talk about Scott's thing. You went up to the fucking Bare Knuckle Hall of Fame.
That was cool, man. That was awesome. I went on,
you got a ring? You got inducted and everything?
Yeah, I got inducted, but I haven't gotten a ring. I don't want to spend the money on it right now.
Yeah,
but I'm sure eventually I'll come around to it. I can still do it at some point, but eventually I'll come around to it.
You're a family man, bro.
Yeah. I'm just not that kind of, you know, I don't have no jewelry. I got no tattoos. It's not my thing, you know. I live in everybody got their own little reality that they want to settle in. I'm happy.
ELVIN BRITO, down. You're running. How are you not the mayor of fucking Puerto Rico by now? What town is it? Manabo?
Well, now, yeah, one day maybe we're gonna clean up this fucking joint.
We're gonna clean up the fucking beat.
Nah, but you know, I told I told Lorenzo, he's like, bro, if they piss me off, I'll be fucking mayor one day if they piss me off enough. And he's like, how the fuck are you gonna be mayor? And we went to the Mauna Cup and they gave me an award, you know, a plaque from the local credit union. And when he got down, he's like, ELVIN, you could be mayor. He's like, holy shit, you were right. I'm like, dog. Yeah, it'd be something that if I did do something like that, I would have to prepare myself for something like that because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to like go in there and do a shitty job. So
and just carry around a belt and fucking like yell at people, but you don't know shit about City Hall, about how anything's done.
I don't know how anything works, you know.
Just do photo ops like this and win all the votes and shit, you know.
Yeah.
Bro, I've never been to Puerto Rico. I gotta go to Puerto Rico.
We gotta do a special Planet Hank report from fucking Monawa, dude. Well, you know, we're working on bringing a child to Puerto Rico. We want people. It's been a hit in Puerto Rico. People really love the bare knuckle out here. They love the badasses. They love the fighting, and we get more and more fans every time. And for me, it's just a market that's waiting to be tapped into because people love the shit. And so we're working on trying to get a tryout out here because I know once we get a tryout out here, we're gonna get some awesome talent. There's some fucking tough ass dudes out here. We actually have some guys my personal guys that I got kind of lined up that I want to, get in there. In
Puerto Rico fighters, like guys in Puerto Rico?
Guys. Guys from here, guys that used to compete with me, against me, guys that used to train with me before, like, tough guys that fought a lot on the street, guys that love fighting, guys that had really awesome careers as amateurs and never really got a chance to do any professional work. And it's like having a degree in your closet you never use. And I was like, bro, you go out there and do some bare knuckle, man. This is a fighter's sport. It's different.
It's totally a different sport.
It's a fighter sport.
It totally is a different sport. You see that play out. I mean, me and you, we are addicted to the shit, so we get it. But like we totally see that play out when these UFC guys come over. It's like, bro, they're not. The idea that the UFC is so big, that they can just
you're an awesome
bare knuckle. No.
But you're 0-0 fucking bare knuckle, bro. Like you're
right.
I said, like, you're walking in, and that's the thing is, and the guys that, if you're honest, like when you do your first 0-0 fight, bro, like you're getting the freaking butterflies. It feels like the amateur days again. You're like, holy shit, what are we getting ourselves into? And you start seeing these fucking dudes coming back, chopped the fuck up, like they just got hit by a truck, and then you realize this is a whole different thing. As soon as you get punched, the whole dynamic of the impacts, like. You got you're getting nerves crushed. You really can't crush the nerves unless you get a really good elbow or knee or something. Like you can't really crush the nerves like how easily you can.
In bare knuckle, you just hit that motherfucker with that jab.
Damn.
Fuck, bro.
You hit him in the right spot.
Fucking curl up from it. Like,
oh yeah. It's jarring. When you got hit hard when you were standing here a second ago, and then you're like standing over here. You're like, wait a minute. It takes a little bit to get used to the whole fight. I love it. I kind of embraced it. I came in with it cautious. My first couple fights, I was very cautious coming in because I was trying to understand the sport. Lately, I've been kind of, I've just kind of been doing my own thing in there and just playing the game.
You're taking major risks, son. You just risked. Like, okay. So for everybody doesn't get it.
Like, there's nobody that fights like me. Like I always tell you, like nobody fights like me. I make it look easy. Like, I fight 5 rounds. Like, this last fight, I fought 5 rounds. I made it look easy. I was landing combinations. I just watched the fight yesterday. I'm landing 6-punch combinations. I'm punching. I'm laughing. I'm taking shots and laughing and hitting them back and pushing around. And my hands are down the whole time,
What about that decision?
It happened. But, I mean, I don't – it was bullshit. But it was bullshit. But it happened, like –
Personally, to me – I felt like it was a very, very close fight, but you were the champ, and that dude didn't really get anywhere. He didn't get anything.
Yeah, like
done.
When I watched the fight, like because people say it was a close fight, but like, bro, like you have to score every round,
right?
And if you score every round, that wasn't a close fight. It was a competitive fight. Like me and Caleb's fight, that was a competitive fight, but it wasn't close because I was winning every round. And the same thing, me and Palomino, when we fought, it was very competitive. He did good. He's a good fighter, but I'm better than him. So like when the fight ended, I'm like, shit, I beat him every round. And I watched the fight, and sometimes I
realized how you are as a fighter. Just goofing around with you in Florida, we were just going like this, and you started blocking my punches with your elbows, and I realized, and I punched you on the end of the elbow. And I'm not a bare knuckler, but I learned real quick. I was like, oh hell no. I already hurt my knuckle punching your fucking elbow.
I always, that's one thing. Like if you fight me, you're gonna be hurting for a while because I'm gonna fuck your hands out. I'm gonna fuck your body up. Your ribs are gonna be hurting. It's gonna take a little bit to recover from that ass whooping. And I'm sure, it took a while to recover from that ass whooping. I landed a lot of punches.
And Palomino, like, dude, that guy. I mean, love him or hate him, he's fucking. But he's also a serious competitor. The guy.
No, he's good. Palomino's good. Good. I don't hate the guy.
Good. And explosive and weird. Like I look at him and I'm like, oh God, here we go.
Yeah,
like, it's not going to be easy.
The fact that I fought him with my hands down and I was clowning him and I was hitting him and I was tagging him and he really kind of didn't really do anything. He kind of stood around the outside and like you have to beat the champ to beat the champ. If the champ is clowning you, you're not beating him. If I have ring control for most of the fight, you're not winning. The judges seen it different. I'm sure. Like I said, it is what it is. But I'm not gonna. I will concede that to it happen, but I won't concede. I'm like, yeah, you keep nah, bro. I beat your ass. The ref seen it different, but I mean, it felt like I was beating that ass, you know, and I didn't feel like I was losing at any moment. And every time I watch the fight, I either see it like I said, it was a competitive fight, just like me and Caleb's fight, just like when I fought Julio Garcia, very competitive fights. But I'm winning every round. I'm clowning you every round, and I'm doing what I do, and you can't stop me. You know, like, you know, I'm doing what I do, and I'm just playing in there with you, and I'm hitting you, and I'm scoring you, and I'm hurting you, and you're bleeding, and you're hurting, and you know, it's kind of a shame that at the end of the day, you still get the win because you have to beat the champ. But
what I want to know
and it
is
sucks
who the
because I would
fuck
love
is
to
this
get
guy
it.
right here?
I really think that we should get an immediate rematch, but I know how it is. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm doubt that they're even interested because I don't know. I mean, yes, he won. Like, yeah, I won the fight, but like, you're gonna show the fight. You still gotta show the fight to people, and you know, see me scoring more, throwing more punches, landing more punches, knocking your ass back. You still gotta see that part. That shit doesn't.
What are we gonna do with what's up next for you? Like BKFC?
I would think, you know, in a fair world, it would be a rematch, but I'm sure they're gonna. I'm like the plague now for them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna avoid the shit out of me because,
man,
I know it hurt.
Honestly, I don't see them letting that happen.
Nah, and they're gonna avoid me like the plague. It is what it is. So I'm just gonna keep fighting. Like I'm gonna keep doing what I do, and it's gonna come back around. We'll see if he can defend it. I think he's too small for 165. That's why I was kind of laughing him. And even me, I'm a small 165er. But when I hit him, I was batting him. You know, like he was getting batted off him. Like I would hit him and bloop, he was getting batted. And I mean,
I don't see what their plan is. Like
so now like he's gonna have to defend the 65 against like I'm very skilled 65er, but I am a small 65er. He's gonna have to, and I could deal with 65ers because I'm a 65er, even though I'm small.
Who could
you know,
come down that was bigger? Who's gonna fight him at 6? Like nobody's even in that division really. They like made it for you. It was like
yeah. I mean, we got
Caleb,
and we got Tierney and Tierney versus
Elmore.
That's good. I mean, even Caleb would be a really tough fight. Caleb was way harder to fight, way tougher, way harder hitting, and it was actually a more different fight. Yeah. And the weight's different. It'd be hard. Like, you can't hurt me. You're not gonna hit. Those guys are big, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like those. So it'll be interesting to see him defend it against a legitimate. I mean, like, let's see, like, tries to handpick a 165 guy to defend it against. It's gonna be real hard against any legitimate contender. Against Tierney, against Elmore, against against Caleb. I mean, even Julio Garcia. You know.
So hey, that's big news because I'll tell you what, I did a podcast 2 days ago with fucking Tierney and Joe Elmore, and I'll tell you like this: we had so many people in here. I had so many shares.
A little bit.
Dude, people love it, and for whatever reason, that fight is capturing people's imagination.
Well, the great personalities are both like bare knuckle guys. You know what I'm saying?
They both sell themselves.
They sell themselves, and bare knuckles larger than life. Like these guys, these guys are fucking something else, bro. Like the way these guys do it, something else.
Dude is a fucking unit, bro.
You know, and then, like I said, I'm really cool. But as soon as I start fighting, you're like, fuck, this dude's something else. You know, you know. So
that would be dope to see whoever wins that fight to try to get into the 165. And either force Palomino to defend the belt or fucking vacate the fucking belt. Like, dude, if you're not going to fight at 165, vacate the belt. And we know that's almost impossible. But if they gave him a big title fight at 155 and made it, and I don't know. I just don't see him in bare knuckle. The fights don't come fast enough for people to hold two weight divisions down, two belts.
Yeah. And like I said, like, I lost my last fight, and so I'll tell you the truth. And it sounds like I'm hating. I'm just telling you the truth, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie for you. You know, it is what it is. I know the police, and it's funny that Police Gazette is on there because they were complaining. They're like, "What didn't you police the Police Gazette? Oh, I should have the Police Gazette belt too." I'm like, bro, you really think you deserve that Police Gazette belt? Because I went to Belfast, and I'm not gonna speak to the Police Gazette, but I'm pretty sure
they're in here right now.
I'm pretty sure they're happy that you didn't get the belt in such a dishonorable fashion. That was an ass whooping, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you got gifted. It was a gift. And I'm not hating. I'm just, what do you want me to lie to you? That's the truth, bro. Now, if you see that as a problem, I'm ready to whoop your ass again right now. I'll whoop your ass again. But I know you ain't got nothing to do with that shit. You know, like, you know why not? So I'm gonna move on. I'm just gonna go fight whoever they put in front of me, and eventually it's gonna come back around. I'm gonna get my shit. Whoever beats you, or if not, I get to beat you again. Whatever.
Your skill level's there. Like the fight, even okay, you lost. Blah blah blah. Dude, everybody thinks you won. They already,
yeah.
Dude,
You know,
I've never even met a fan that was like Palomino beat him. I've never heard anybody say that.
No, I've even, bro, this is the first fight where I even had my opponent. I've had really controversial fights. You can watch my fight against Max Mustaki, my second fight against Jacob Kilburn. Those were controversial decisions, but those were close fights. Like, you know, I didn't have their fans going, bro, I think you won that. Like, that was bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when the other dude's fans are like, damn, that was fucked up. There was one guy's like, I won money and told the dude to keep it. You know, because it was bullshit. But so, you know, you still have to watch the fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you won, but you still have to watch.
There's a lot of emotions were on the line right there. People were entrenched on team BRITO.
I've had so many people, like, this is the most, like I said, I've had a lot of controversial decisions, but this is the first time where people were like mad. They were like
mad.
People were mad. They were like upset, you know, like people they were like,
I'm done with bare knuckle.
Like, I've had so many people be like, man, I was throwing shit, or like I almost threw something. I had to stop myself because it was, you know, my kids were like, I'm never watching this shit again because everybody's celebrating after the fight. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty clear. Like, even Lorenzo, my wife is probably one of the most biggest critics, you know, and she's fucking vicious. Everybody that knows her, she knows how, you know, that's why I love her, and she keeps it real with me. Even she was like, man, that was fucked up, you know.
They fucked you, yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not whining about it. You know, if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it honestly. But I'm not gonna whine about it because it is what it is.
Yeah.
But like I said,
you're an athlete and a competitor. You're allowed to fucking talk about, you know, and sometimes in bare knuckle, people get nervous that Dave Feldman's going to get mad at you for saying something and then fuck up your career. And it's happened.
Like, I'm not trying to talk shit. I like Dave.
No.
He's one of my favorite promoters, if not my favorite. I've worked with a lot. I've been fighting for 20 years.
Yeah.
I know how the game is. I know what kind of animal it takes to be in every position of this fucking farm.
But you can still say, hey, I won that fucking motherfucker. What the fuck?
Let me say it out loud and let me point at the Florida Athletic Commission. El Bandito is not happy with your fucking decision. I'm the cream of the crop.
And if you weren't like that, then I would say we have a problem.
Yeah,
we have a problem.
You know, like I've got 8 bare knuckle fights. You know, I've earned my keep in the sport. I'm part of the sport. I'm a part of the culture. Like, you know, and I'm involved in the culture. I'm involved with a lot of fighters personally, and we're involved with just being in this and trying to advance what bare knuckle is and bring it into its next stage. So,
facts. You said during the press conference, you said when dude was trying to run his mouth to you talking about Lorenzo, you said Lorenzo
trained with me, bro.
Puerto Rico to train with me.
Yeah,
and so does everybody else.
Exactly, bro. And it's for a reason. I'm sure you fucking felt the next day you realized why. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can feel that shit. You're like, oh shit, that's why. Yeah, bro, I'm the best.
Dude,
you know, I'm the best. You know what I'm saying?
All that crap he was talking, you sure took him really far. Like, he had it. The way he talks shit.
No, that's the thing. I told him before the fight, and that's the thing. Like, I'm real. Like, these guys are fucking plastic, bro. Like, oversell, underdeliver. He didn't do shit. He stood in front of me looking sad as fuck as soon as I started hitting him for most of the fight, and he tried to just do a little steal the fight at the end of the round. But bro, like, I'm dominating the fights. My hands are down and I'm laughing. You can hear me laughing.
The shit talk sounded, he sure did. You're just how you said it. Over talk and under deliver, because it wasn't a blowout,
like motherfucker, bro. Like, and I told him in the fight, bro. I put my hands in the middle of the fight and said, I thought you were gonna knock me out. Come over here. Come on, knock me out.
He can't
knock me out, bro.
That's
I told him,
he
didn't even say
that
shit. He's just looking at me. He's just looking and staying back. I'm like, bro, I thought you were gonna knock me out. Come knock me out. Only significant shot. I bet you remember the only significant shot he landed the whole fight. It's the only one you can remember.
And you fucking.
And the fight was when I went down, slipped. The ref got in between us, and he still somehow managed to get a fucking punch in. You know, that's the only solid punch he landed the whole fight.
You landed a really solid punch on his ass too, though. The straight punch.
Yeah, but I could show you. It was more than that, bro. I batted him a couple times. I could show you 5, 6, 7, 8 times where I hit him and he's like, whoa, boom, whoa, you know. And he's coming in and I bap, you know. So
it was way better and way closer, and you both landed more punches than the first fight for sure. The first fight.
Oh yeah, the first fight and he won the first fight because he came for it. Like I really was wanting him to come out.
And you were newer.
I thought he was gonna come out like he did the first fight because I want to knock him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he the way he fought those last couple seconds in the fight, like I wanted him to fight like that the whole fight so I could knock him out because I knew if we got in front of each other and we started banging, I'm gonna knock your ass out. You know, and I think he realized that as soon as I started batting him around. So I mean, he's smart, he's good, he played it right, he knew where he was at, and I'm sure in the back of his head, you know, surviving was an option for winning. You know what I'm saying? So I said congratulations, you know, but I don't agree with the shit. Champ to me.
champ, bro.
The champ.
For real.
But like I said, for me, what's next is, bro, I need to eat. Like, just bring me somebody. I could fight. You know, I could fight in September. I can fight in October. I can, you know, I could fight soon. I got guys right now. I got some time to work on a lot of stuff of my own. But right now, I haven't had guys. This is the small gap in my time where there's nobody here training with me. But guys are gonna start coming down soon, and I'm gonna be we're gonna be going at doing all this really hard training. I'm gonna be ready. You know, I'm gonna be ready to fight. I stay ready, and this is what we do. So I just, you know, feed me, man. You know, I want Dave to feed me, whoever. You know, I want to keep doing what I do, doing my performances. People love the way I fight. I have a unique style. You know, I was a champ for a reason. I lost my belt, but I want that shit back. You know.
Yeah. I want that shit back for you too. What I don't want to
bro, you know, it is what it is. In an honest world, you know, that's how it worked out. But we know what's up, man. You know,
I want to see it. I want to see you fight either like, okay, Mike Kanowski just put it up. ELVIN versus the winner of Connor and Elmore.
That's what should be next. That's what actually makes sense.
And it would grow everybody and the sport and the division.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I've talked to both Connor. I haven't talked personally to Connor, but I heard Connor talking. I know Elmore. Elmore's my boy. They know what's up. There's not a 165 fighter that says, "Hey, Elvin, you're not the champ." Like, bro, they're like, we know what's up, bro. And everybody wants to, like, I'm still the guy to beat. So, like, everybody's still like, Elvin, I want to beat you for the belt, you know? So, these guys, if they do their work, whoever wins, you know, me and Elmore, we've been talking about fighting each other for a long time. We hoping he gets the work done. If not, freaking.
I just want to make sure that BKFC doesn't put the hold on the whole thing because they've done that in the past.
Yeah. It's just, it doesn't make, like, the whole damn thing didn't make sense. Like, the whole damn thing did, none of it made sense. It's like,
and you're my boy, so I didn't want to say it that much as it was coming out, but I was like, what the fuck? Why is he fighting Pallet? Why? Like, you gave him such a shot, bro.
Well, I knew I was going to win, you know, and that's why like, he was like, oh, bring me the Police Gazette bill. I'm like, I'm not even going to bring it because I'm going to beat your ass tonight. So I didn't bring the Police Gazette because I planned on beating his ass, and I did. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't earn the Police Gazette. It wasn't up it wasn't up for grabs, and, you know, that's how God works, bro. You want to fight? You want that Police Gazette? We'll work it out.
So here's Scott Burt. Here's Scott Burt putting a comment. He says, have you talked about the progress of having a fight in PR like you and him started with the boxing secretary? Any news?
Yeah, it's already gonna, you know, it's already in the works.
Can you talk about it, or did I just out you?
I don't want to talk about it too much, but the plan with bare knuckle is coming to Puerto Rico. People want it. The government is already in talks.
Fire.
So it's just a matter of time. And we will make sure to fill it up. We're gonna have all the support from the local guys. We got a lot of fucking awesome names out here. Chanted, I'm sure is gonna be there. We're gonna, you know, we got a lot of people backing us up, and it's gonna be a big thing. And you know, for me, like, the vision is for us having our own thing in Puerto Rico. We need feeders anyway. Somewhat, you know. So I would love to have, like, a, you know, I don't want to talk too much about it, but, like, I want to make
there
shit
you go. You just said it all pretty much.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna talk about it too much because it's all hearsay for now. It really is. There's nothing confirmed except that we have been in talks with the secretary. They do want it in Puerto Rico. They're gonna allow it. They're gonna make it real easy for us to come down here. So
yeah, they should. They should. They have all these fights. So BKFC. So for all these people trying to get bare knuckle regulated, BKFC, BYB, and BKB have all the evidence that they need that it's fine. I mean, okay, they have a death. We have a death of Thornton. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
talk about it.
That was you know what? Yeah, and that was a
nuts. It was bad.
How it was nuts, and it was a freak accident. It was an exception, and it's something that should never happen anyway. But
people think it was a mismatch, and you know, like he wasn't ready.
There was a lot of ands and a lot of buts and a lot of bullshit, you know. But it's a sport where every fighting sport has that risk.
Has that same exact problem
everywhere.
And more.
And I fought. You know, I've been doing everything I've been fighting for 20 years, and I know bare knuckle is vicious. It's like the fight itself, it's like getting in a car accident and you come out and you're like, whoa, and your bones are broken. You don't even realize you look later, you're all messed up. But like, you're not taking the concussive damage that you are taking in a boxing fight. Guys get hit more in one championship fight than we will get hit our whole fucking career.
Every combat sport has that. Remember when John Jones got the belt and then his whole big toe was broken sideways, and he was like,
but one of the things for me that is the difference, you're not gonna take that kind of like it's gonna be fast, it's gonna be very painful, and it's gonna be done quick, but you're not gonna get, you know, it's not gonna be a 12-round beating or a 10-round beating where your brain melts, you know, and you just from the performance, it's more natural.
That's how boxing is.
When you put the gloves on, it makes it unnatural, you know, because you would fight naturally. It's like cockfights. They fight naturally, and they put shit on them, and they'll kill each other. But even the cocks, like, they'll kill each other too in nature. A lot of times they don't, but sometimes they will kill each other. It happens. But when you take the gloves off, it's closer to
nature.
What would actually happen in nature, you know, with two guys fight each other. It's a brief exchange, and then one of them gets dragged out by their friends. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Like if you put those big gloves on and then keep giving them 8 counts, 9, 10 counts, and standing them up, dude, they're taking way more abuse than
usually. You're like, you know, they go in front of each other. We let them fight. As soon as the one dude gets hurt, everybody drags him off. They're like, all right, you start done beating his ass, and that's it. And then later he gets up. You're like, what happened? But he didn't get his brain melted. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't such a performance that his heart wants to explode. You know, it's natural. You know,
there we go. Now we got Facebook user says,
who this guy?
And that is definitely your manager, Scott Farley. But
what's up, Facebook user?
He's so angry that he denied Facebook to allow to use his rights. He said no. They said, can you accept StreamYard? He said no. Nope, you're not allowed to use my name.
I'm gonna have to fucking plug my phone in because my phone's about to die. Let me see.
Uh-oh.
I got a little bit of juice. Let's ride. Let's just keep going.
Let's just
keep going.
Let's ride. Look at him.
Let's just keep going. I got 9%, dog.
Elvin's risking it all, bro. He's risking it all.
What the fuck am I doing here?
Scott Farley, what are you gonna do for our boy Elvin? All right.
You need to get me a fight, man.
Yeah, what the fuck kind of manager are you, fucking Scott?
Well, I said a rematch would be fair, but bro, I've been fighting for 20 years, bro. I know what's up, you know. But shit comes around, you know. Now, you know, they might be laughing now, but you know, I've been working. I'm out here now, and the future's mine. So
we just heard your fucking goats. I just heard Pancho.
Yeah, no, I got one of my girls and she was sick, so I'm at home taking care of her.
Oh, she's sick.
Yeah, she's sick. That's Zelda. Yeah. Yeah, I've been having some goats getting sick, man. I had like 2-3 goats die. So it just happens sometimes.
Question. Mike writes, was there ever mention of putting a rematch clause in the original contract? That would be interesting.
They didn't want to do a rematch clause, but like I did want to. There was a clause on there that I could fight him again for his belt. You know, the plan was to beat him up and then beat him up again, you know, for his belt. You know,
that would be crazy. So imagine if they set you all
that
up
would have made more sense.
155 now. So he took the 165 belt. Then you rematch at 55. and take the 55 belt.
Nah, but he's gonna defend his belt against the 1-0 guy. You know.
Yeah. Oh,
he's all about legacy and keeping it real and shit. You know?
1-0 or fucking ELVIN BRITO with 8 fights. Get the fuck out.
Oh man,
it's definitely a weird situation, and sometimes it's fun to hate on him, but I feel like in a way that he's trapped in it too. It's
I mean, it's gotta. I mean,
because they made him fight Dat. They made him fight Dat, be that, and you know that was fucking.
That was some bullshit, you know, and that.
That's the man for that.
Him in that fight, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Dat beat him because even though
but he went up 2 weight classes, and
I think the reason that
shit.
Like honestly, like I saw the fight and they're like, oh, Dat won, and Dat did do really good, and he definitely hit him more, but it was the same thing when Palomino fought me. Like no matter how many punches he threw, as soon as Palomino hit, boom, like he's heavier than him. He was moving him. And that was the big thing. That was the big thing.
Controlling the fight.
Yeah, he was just controlling the fight, and he was just too big. You know, he was too much heavier. You know.
I mean, how Dat ate all them. I always talk about
that's tough, man. That's a fucking
laid
terrorist.
Up there on that couch with his kid and all them shrimp, and he just ate like 200 pounds of shrimp. and the whole time was like, I'm gonna go beat your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass at 155 and 8.
No, he's good, bro. He's one of the best guys, and he's just he's a fighter, you know. It just takes a certain kind of guy to do what we do. And
he told them, I told them to put a police gazette on the line clause in the contract, but I didn't. Yeah.
No, we didn't do it. You know, we want to. I want to defend my police gazette belt. I didn't get a chance to defend it. That's the reason I put that Palomino didn't walk away with both the belts. But things happen for a reason. He won that fight for a reason.
What do you think about the whole drama? There's a whole bunch of.
It sucks. I think it's something that could easily be fixed if everybody just kind of came to some sort of accord. I don't think it's that big of a deal. The fighters want the police gazette as a historical backing to it. The fighters want to fight for BKFC because it's the greatest organization in the world. For bare knuckle. So we're conflicted. We want to be part of this historical thing because bare knuckle is its own thing. So we want to keep that legacy going. And it sucks that we're missing on it. I want to fight for my diamond belt. I like having the police gazette in observance of the fights, recording the fights, honoring the fighters. I think it's a great idea, and like I said, this is a different sport. And I don't think it should be treated like every other sport. The biggest thing, the medals are awesome, but the biggest thing is the police gazette because that's the historical thing.
Is fire. Everybody loves that belt.
The police gazette, definitely, we should all get a chance to fight for the police gazette belt, no matter where we fight for. BKB, BYB, BKFC. We should be able to fucking go fight for the belt whenever we get the opportunity. That's just what I believe.
I feel like it'll happen. It'll happen. I just feel like little Scott Burt in the comments.
Gotta stop being a beard. No, Scott. Yeah. No, Scott's cool. I was talking about Scott Farley.
Oh, yeah. Yo, what we need to do is have a Planet Hank press conference where we get Scott Burt and Dave Feldman in here. And
that would be awesome.
Fucking let them just chirp off at each other for half an hour and then make a deal.
Because I know Scott Burt. I know he loves a bare knuckle, and he has his vision of what he wants to do. And I know that Dave loves bare knuckle. And he's really passionate about what he's doing. His product that he's been working on for so many years, and he deserves to be jealous of it, and he should be. And I totally understand it, and that's how I would be too. But I said I don't really speak for anybody, but I understand where they're both coming from. But there is a unifying factor, which is the fighters, you know?
Oh, yeah, no, it needs to happen. There's a whole bunch of bullshit. You guys, this fight, the way that the belts are, the way honestly, it's all connected to Scott. The fight between you and Palomino could fix the whole thing.
Yes, if we could, because he was crying about it. He's like, why didn't you please get that belt, man? You really think you deserve that?
I didn't get the belt. Why are you at the Hall of Fame? And I just beat you.
I know. But I'm like, bro, if we could work it out, we could fix
unifying title fight.
We can fix the relations between the Police Gazette and BKFC, and we could fix this fucking clusterfuck that you guys made by, like locking up the whole fucking 65 division, all in one fell swoop and one friendly swoop where everybody's happy and everybody gets what they want and what they deserve.
Part of it, there was a build up to the split, and it all has to do with like BKFC, because there was some shit. Scott and the promotion and the other workers. I mean, everybody. It's well known that there's problems with certain people, and I'm not talking about people, but what I'm talking about is that personalities and little bullshit, that is not a big problem. That is really not. When you sit there and talk about history, it's like, I don't know. Whining about Katie Shook is really not going to last throughout history.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to learn to deal with shit. Like, this is the fight. You got to be able to deal with people. You know, like, you need people to get the fights going anyway. Like,
and everybody's an asshole.
This isn't a cult and shit. You know, like, it's not a cult, and it's not.
Well, it kind of is. It really
like, it's a cult. It has a cult like following, but like, we don't all have to believe the same shit. You know, and everybody has different visions. And bare knuckle is just starting. So I said, I'm just a fighter. There's only so much I could do. I could try to do my part, you know, as a fighter, and I'm trying to advance the sport in Puerto Rico, and I'm trying to do my best to represent the sport and do it right like I should be. I got 8 fights, you know, and I've been showing that it is sustainable. You know, it's just, you can make a career out of this.
Yeah, you are a draw. You're one of the people that when people talk about the bare knuckle scene in the community, you are nice to people when they first arrive. And you're one of the only faces that people feel comfortable with. Like, everybody at bare knuckle has their guard up. The place is full of fucking clout chasers.
Killers and shit.
It's full of people filming you and trying to humiliate you.
Yeah.
It's full of people trying to make a story off your name, sell you, and hawk some bullshit.
All types of shit. It brings all types of scum up to the, you know. Yeah.
You navigate that better than anybody I've seen. You have a way of laughing. No, hey, how's it going? And shake their hand and fucking don't get too deep into the fucking crazy shit.
Yeah, now you got to stand up for what you believe in, and you got to be able to draw lines. But you got to let people be too. You know, like, there's a lot of people that, you know, there's a lot of people that I like to work with, a lot of people that would like to work with me, but I can't, because I'm like, bro, we have to be in cadence. If we're not in cadence, you holding me back. You know, it's just a waste of time. You know, so it takes a certain kind of mentality to make a good team, you know? So I understand that. I think the sport kind of needs people like me that can navigate the sport and try to actually, you know, like I said, I think the sport needs people like me because I'm trying to advance the sport, and you know, the proof is in the pudding, especially when I fight.
I'm just tagging people and making a comment. I think everybody will enjoy that one. I tagged Dave Feldman and Scott Burt. Can we fix it? So
we can fix it. Everything can be fixed, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything can get fixed.
I think that they can get fixed too. And like I said, ELVIN BRITO is an ambassador to this sport. He invites he goes to all the shows. He welcomes everybody when they like I'm saying this because you did it for me when I was there. And I am not always as good as even like you are better at this than me. Sometimes I get pissed off and start fucking going off the rails. I'm the most guilty one. Yeah. And fucking I learned from you that, like, dude, I don't know, just kind of and like just go through it. You can still have that funny moment without fucking crashing the whole fucking car. Yeah. You know?
I mean, and everybody's gonna have the moment. Were you there when Scott took my phone from me at the weigh-ins?
No.
And I started going off on everybody. I was about to fucking start emptying everybody's pockets and shit. But like, you know, like, but you still have to know how to bring it back. You still have to know how to work with people. You still have to, you know, like, if you line up with your opponent and you hate him and you punch him, you might get your fight. You won't be able to fight. So you have to have professionalism. Like, you have to be professional.
Yes.
You know,
you gotta be able to turn on the show when it's time to be an entertainer and talk the shit with Palomino in the lobby and push each other, but then not destroy the whole fucking everything that y'all worked for. like at the end of the day, you're still both professionals, have sponsors, have managers. You needed to make it to the fight. Like,
yes.
Get all emotional and go outside and get in a fist fight or threaten somebody and get arrested and do all this crazy shit and fucking wreck your whole career. No, there's pressure.
Yeah, and then you got guys.
The media.
I don't know what happened in the last show. There was dudes fighting in the parking lot and shit. Like, you know, like it just makes the sport look bad. Like we're already trying to break through to the mainstream. And, you know, it was the same thing at UFC when they first started. Like, you didn't see thugs and fucking. A lot of guys are fucking.
They did that.
A lot of guys are thugs.
When it first started, that was huge.
But like, that's all they see is thugs and fucking crazy ass, gangster ass fucking dudes. And like, you're feeding them that. You're not helping the sport now. You know, what if the fucking some commissioner in some place happens to see that?
The only thing I'll give these new kids is ever since I started getting the newest, I got debut guys. I had guys that are 0-2 and shit. And they come on the show and show out. It was good to see. No offense, but sometimes, like, you are so educated and experienced in BKFC, you're not really going to start screaming on a podcast. You've already learned your lesson. You're not going to
like
someone who's 0-2, they go on there and are like, fuck.
I'm going to fuck somebody.
And hey, Joe Elmore and Tierney just did it. They just screamed at each other.
No, but that was cool. And if it happens organically, that's fun. That was fun. That was fun. Like I said, me and Palomino got in each other's face. We didn't plan that, and I was fucking yelling at the fucking cameras. That shit was
mad as hell. Yeah.
And I'm telling you right now, I turned and saw the cameras. I'm like, well, might as well just fucking
might as well give them a show now. I'm already in trouble.
Because that people want the show, and this is a show that's larger than life. What we do is fucking incredible, and I'm not taking anything away from anybody because this is cool. You know, this is the best fighting sport in the world.
The young kids, the way that fist fight happened outside of Tampa.
Yeah, I was young too, man. We used to fucking do the same shit when we was kids. You know,
that's what I'm saying. And so now that the new generation is actually kind of like they're doing what they're supposed to in a sense, it's like they did. And okay, maybe you shouldn't go outside and get arrested and sucker punch people and have it all filmed, and now you all look like idiots. But
yeah, it makes anybody look bad.
Now I want to see that fight, motherfucker.
Yeah. Nah, I do. Yeah, the fight.
And I damn well know what the fuck Alex Tierney is now. Okay, and
now you know for sure.
Yo, you had Derek Gates and Alex Tierney with that big cut. The way the fight got ended, they stopped it. Oh,
that was weird. Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
The decision was
gun. He had his AR. Like, what the fuck?
The fuck? Yeah, oh yeah.
What is happening?
It was like some 4chan shit.
Right. This is like some 4chan shit. Okay. And these motherfuckers, it's actually funny. And hey, they could have been a whole lot more boring than they were because they actually hyped themselves.
I was listening to the dude. I'm like, bro, you gotta find a gym. Like, you gotta train. Like, you have to. You gotta get in the line.
You can't go on to Planet Hank and in the first 30 seconds you detail that you don't have a gym, you don't really train, all you do is go running. Like the first 30 seconds, and then in a minute and a half he started talking about meth. And it's like,
like, bro, yeah, you want to be champ or you want to be cannon fodder, bro? Because most guys in bare knuckle are just fodder, bro. You know what I'm saying? Most guys, they're not coming back. You're gonna get fucking
kind of touched in the head.
There's an elite class of fighter that rises, and that's the guys that are staying. There's only a couple guys. Everybody else gets fucking mushed. They get beat up by guys.
There's
like
an aspect to the sport that's one or two fights and they're done. There's people that just don't want a career of it, so they just want to go in to be like, I proved that I can do it, land some punches, feel what it feels like, and they're out. You know?
Yeah, but like I said, every time you fight, it's like a car accident, bare knuckle. But, you know, I've been in 8, but it's like I come out, my wrist hurts a little bit. I walk away and I'm good. But these guys are coming out, you know, bones broken, face broken, eyes messed up, taking months to recover, hands, they can't wipe their ass. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I can't do this shit. You know, it's hard. It's definitely its own thing, right? It's a pain in the ass if you don't know what you're doing. Like, you go in there and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. It might change your life.
I tell people that all the time. I would never, I don't care. And then honestly, I look at y'all's purses sometimes and I'm like, dog, if they tricked me into doing this for that much, I would be killed, first of all. And that ain't enough money, dude. No. Y'all are crazy.
Like you gotta
fuckers.
be crazy. Like you gotta really want to.
You gotta have some cojones.
You gotta have some balls. You gotta be something wrong with you. I tell anybody, there's something wrong with you if you want to do this. You know.
You spend a lot of time making sure people don't hit you like that, though. That was like with your style, you really worry about getting hit.
Even when you hit me, if you watch when I get hit, like there's no like
you roll with it.
I'm just Lorenzo's really good at doing it too, and and if you see, it's really hard to get a combination going on me. You know, as soon as you start throwing a combination, most of it starts hitting elbows. You know, so like, and then you're not gonna want to do that for 5 rounds. So. It's just where I put my weight, the way I move my head, you know, the mentality that I approach. You know, I'm really good at getting hit. I don't know if that's a good thing. Because that is in bare knuckle. You know, I'm good at taking the shots and bringing it back and staying in it. So I don't know how much I got left here. I got 2%. We're gonna go all the way to the end of it. If he dies, he dies.
We got you. What the hell is that? You got something in front of the screen.
Oh, it's like a halo.
Oh, it's
I
a
do
little.
My TikTok videos. Now I'm joking. I don't do no fucking TikTok.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh yeah, motherfucking BRITO with his motherfucking TikTok videos. Do you actually have TikTok?
Nah, my wife got TikTok.
Oh, she does. Yeah. I have one. I can't go viral. I keep trying. One time I posted a video and I got like 30,000 views in 2 seconds.
Yeah, no, the TikTok is wild, man. It's wild, and you can sit there all day. All day.
Yeah.
It's
wild. Yeah, I do that. I get addicted to it.
Oh yeah, easy.
Me and my son went
that's
fishing.
why I have TikTok on my phone. I'm not even trying to start with that bullshit.
Yeah. Me and my son went fishing and went live on TikTok, and I looked up and there was like 390 people watching us. We were just sitting there fishing for little crappies. Like we're not even doing anything. And I'm like,
it's all about like fast, quick entertainment, you know, like. And
then every other time I go on there, it's just straight zero, nothing, no views, can't fucking nothing.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if it's the algorithm or it's like the like everybody's mood, like the whole global mood.
They just figured out that we're old. Those are all young ass kids.
Yeah.
My son is 16 and a half. He has a car and he works as a mechanic. My kid started wearing work boots. He got like fucking
That's
$200.
fucking awesome.
I know.
You have to deal with adolescence. That's how it's supposed to be. You know, I say, like adolescence is like a social construct. You're a child, and then you're a man.
Right.
Adolescence is you just not wanting to grow up. You know.
I told my son
like 40 and shit. They're still adolescents.
I raised him to say. I told him that as a man, if you don't want to be in trouble, you have to work hard. Go do something and you'll see. Everybody will be like, how good of you are, such a good boy.
Yeah, all you gotta do is work hard.
Your mom's gonna bitch at you. If you sit there and play video games and are lazy and don't work, then yes, every time you do something wrong, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
He saw that. It was like, fuck that. I'll go.
Yeah, if you already got the cookie points, then like before you walk in, like, no, he's good, he works hard, he always sells stuff. Like
that's it.
Bust your balls. Like ain't nobody.
He deserves to play video games. He was working. He worked all weekend. You can play video games. You know?
My boy Andrew Toppin, he's like, you need me to bust your balls, Andrew. He's like, yeah, I'm the guy that busts your balls. Like, you need me. You need an older friend to bust your balls. If not, you never get the shit going, you know?
Andrew Toppin!
That's my boy. He knows I always bust his balls, but I love him.
Yeah, I see him down there in Puerto Rico with you. I got to get him on. Yeah, I got to get him on the
ass, bro. Yeah. I threatened him before he went out there. I'm like, bro, if you lose, don't come back. I'm like, if you lose, fuck your girlfriend, all this shit. I'm gonna use your room for somebody else. He went out there like broke the dude's ribs, fucking almost killed the guy. It was awesome, and he did great, man. He's been, it was a great turning point for him. He worked really hard for it, and it takes a certain, it takes a certain person to come out here and try to do it the way he did, but also it takes a certain mentality to be a fighter. You have to be in the right place mentally to win.
Oh yeah,
take the win.
That's how you win the fucking fight.
Ain't nobody giving you shit in bare knuckle.
No.
And even if you don't knock the dude out, you might not get what you deserve anyway. Like there's no.
I tell people that constantly. You do not have to take this fight. Like you don't have to do this.
No, you don't have to.
Some people act like, oh fuck, and they're all beat up, and you see it, and it's like they don't like, dude.
This ain't for you, bro. Like this ain't for you. Like you're either made for this or you're not. I mean, some people are fighters, some people aren't. You know, and it is what it is. You know,
dude.
But
if I had my eyes all broken, my nose and my jaw, and had to go back and let my kids see that and shit, I'd probably be done with it. I'm good.
I've been fucked up. I've been fucked up and had to come home with my kids all fucked up and everything, and I'm totally okay with it. I'm fucking crazy, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
your kids are like
the kid.
You're like,
you know, my
if
kid.
You fuck around, I'm doing that to you.
My son is like, my firstborn. He's like, damn, Elvin. He's like, Poppy, your eyes really big. He's like, you're messed up. He don't give a fuck. He's just clowning me and shit, you know. But I'm lucky. Like, you know, my family's real supportive of what I do, and I'm made for this. This is something that's been part of me since I was little, you know. And I like to fight. I like to fight for what I love, and I like to come out. I like the competition, you know, and all this bare knuckle stuff. And I'm kind of coming into a style of my own. I've been trying to bring this whole new flavor where I've been fighting the way I want lately, and it's, you know, shame that I didn't get the win the last fight, but I plan on keeping on getting better every fight. I'm looking forward to my next fight. Like I said, I'm happy. I'm blessed. I'm like I said, I'm healthy. I'm not dying like I was last month. So I'm just glad to be on it and healthy and ready, you know, and going, man.
Yeah, you were pissed.
Oh, dude, it sucked. It sucked, like, because I was really happy to go to Belfast. And if I had to go again and get sick again, I would do it because I had to be there. But it took me longer to recover from the fight. Like, in the fight, a couple of days later, I was fine. Like, it took me like a month to recover from that shit. I was hurting, you know. I did my fight. I did my interview with Mike Mission. I was still like,
yo.
So, yeah, it's good to fucking be back at it and just feel good.
I guarantee you that your phone. I guarantee you your phone's dying. Elvin Brito, I know that your phone it's dying. I can hear it.
It's over. It's over.
Yes, dude. Thanks for coming on.
We can come and chit chat bullshit. We don't have to do like long sessions and shit, but I can come and jump in bullshit, talk some shit to the other guests every once in a while too. That'll be cool. You can have me whenever you see my shit's good. So, yeah, you're my boy. You got me, bro.
Later, bro.
See you, man.
Wow. Yo, Elvin Brito's fire, bro. That was a good interview. That was the best Elvin Brito interview I've ever seen, because first of all, we could hear him, but dude, he was so active and so involved and so present. You could see him. He's like glowing, man. He looked happy, healthy, hungry. Dude, there's no wonder that Elvin Brito is a fucking fan favorite. And like I said, in the bare knuckle community, he literally takes care of people at the shows. He literally watches over everybody at the show. All right, so there's a good point. We're going to throw up Marco's treats. One other person put dog emojis up, and I am going to feed Marco these fucking dog treats from sweetheel.com. You can get these on their website. These are what Marco eats every day. Sweet Heel, Happy Hounds pet treats, 20 pieces, 4 milligrams of CBD. There they all go. Mercy, Edward Chinichi. Fucking thank you, everybody, for supporting me. Listen, you could send me stars. It's literally $1. You could send me stars. Having these people on, giving a platform to Elvin. You know what I mean? Marco, you want a treat? You want a treat? Woo! Send the stars for Marco. You know what I mean? Marco, come here. It's so fucking hot up here that Marco hasn't been feeling good. Oh, hey, buddy. Hey. There you go. Marco has his eye is inflamed. Oh, that's a good boy. You want another treat? I'm going to give you a few of these. There he is. Go ahead. He hates when I hold his head up while he's trying to eat them. He said, Scott Burt says, good stuff, Hanky. Hell yeah, Scott Burt. There it is. Good boy. Shout out to everybody who watches me and supports me. Hey, listen, I have a big stand-up comedy show going off at Mohegan Sun a week from Thursday, August 18th. at their big stage at Mohegan Sun Casino in Euconsville, Connecticut. Everybody is invited and encouraged to actually come out, do a Planet Hank, bare knuckle, fucking MMA comedy meetup, like a chance to meet and greet with me, take some pictures, make some videos, have fun with everybody who you fuck around and talk to in the podcast and interact with these fighters. We're going to see how many people we can get up there and whatever. And it helps me. Obviously a bigger crowd, but support as a beginner comedian is huge. So thanks everybody for watching me, always supporting me. PlanetHank.com. Head over there. Shout out to the sponsors, supporters. Love y'all. Peace.